Hi, everybody. I'm Mrs. Thompson, and today I will be reading a book aloud to you that goes along with Mrs. Bauer's mini lesson. She'll be reading a portion of the book, but we wanted you to be able to hear the whole book in its entirety. So today I'm going to be reading What It's Like to Be a Fish. And if you give me a minute, I'm going to share my screen with you so that you can see the book as I read it along with you. All right. This book explains where fish live, what a fish's body is like, how fish swim and breathe, and what fish eat. It also discusses keeping a fish as a pet, includes directions for how to set up a goldfish bowl. Now, before we read, I have two vocabulary words that I want to go over with you that you're going to hear that you might not know the meaning of. The first one is gills. Gills are parts of a fish's body used for breathing. The other word is oxygen. Oxygen is a gas in water and in air that fish and people need to live. So I want you to be listening for those vocabulary words as we read. What's it like to be a fish? Fish live in water, in lakes, ponds, aquariums, and even plastic bags. Your pet goldfish can live in a bowl. You can watch the golden fish slip over and under the castle, hide among the water plants, and glide quietly around in their underwater world. A fish's body is just right for living underwater, just as your body is right for living on land. You can swim, but a fish can swim better. A fish's sleek body is the perfect shape for swimming. Fins stick out from the fish's body. They help the fish to swim. A goldfish's tail fin pushes it through the water. 6 other fins steady, steer, or stop it. Most fish have skin that is covered with scales. Scales help fish to swim too. The scales are hard and clear. They overlap like shingles on a roof. The smooth, slick scales let fish slide easily through the water. A clear slime covers the scales. It helps fish glide through the water too. Scales and slime also help to keep a fish healthy. The stiff scales protect a fish's delicate skin from cuts and scrapes. Many germs in the water get stuck in a fish's slime coating and are washed away before they can make the fish sick. Both scales and slime keep water from seeping into the fish's skin. When fish swim, they swing their tail fins back and forth and wave their other fins. They look as though they're flying through the water. If you watch your goldfish, you'll see that they open and close their mouths all day and all night. They look as if they're drinking water, but they're not. They're breathing. You breathe all day and all night too, but you can't breathe underwater the way fish do. Fish breathe with their gills. You breathe with your lungs. You breathe in, and air goes to lungs inside your body. Your body takes the oxygen that you need from the air. Then you breathe out the parts of the air that you don't need. Fish need oxygen too. There's oxygen in water, just as there's oxygen in air. A goldfish opens its mouth and lets some water in. When the fish closes its mouth, the water flows over the gills inside its body. The fish's body takes the oxygen it needs from the water. After passing over the gills, the water leaves the fish's body through gill openings. For a goldfish, opening and closing its mouth is just like breathing in and out. So there's that word gills we were talking about for vocabulary. Fish need food just as you do, but they eat underwater. At feeding time, watch your goldfish flip their tails. They race to the top of the bowl, snap at their food, and gulp it down. They need only a tiny pinch of fish flakes each day. Good fish flakes are a mixture of ground up flies, fish, shrimp, crab, oats, corn, carrots, and vitamins. Fish in the wild do not have someone to feed them every day. Many fish eat tiny plants and animals so small that you need a microscope to see them. Bigger fish feed on worms, crabs, shrimp, and other fish. Usually, big fish eat medium-sized fish, and medium-sized fish eat small fish. This is part of what we call the food chain. Fish are cold-blooded. This means that their body temperature matches the temperature of the water around them. Be sure to place your goldfish bowl in a spot where the temperature will stay a steady 65 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the temperature fish need to stay healthy. You are warm-blooded. When you are healthy, your body temperature is about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Your body stays this temperature by itself, whether the air around you is hot or cold. So if the air temperature is 28 degrees Fahrenheit, your temperature stays at 98.6. If the air temperature is 101 degrees Fahrenheit, your temperature still stays at 98.6. Sometimes goldfish swish their tails and zip around the bowl. Other times they look as if they've stopped moving, but they haven't. Their fins are always moving, even when they rest. Fish don't sleep as you do. They rest by moving very, very slowly. Fish's eyes are always open. They have no eyelids. Their eyes stay open even when they rest. Fish don't need eyelids as you do, and they don't need tears either. The water keeps their eyes washed. There is usually not enough light underwater to bother fish's eyes. Be sure not to put your goldfish in the sun because it might be too bright for them. With a sleek body, fins, scales, slime, and gills, a fish lives as naturally underwater as you do on land. Goldfish swim, breathe, eat, and rest in water. They slip over and under their castle, hide among water plants, and glide quietly around in their underwater world. Here are directions for setting up a goldfish bowl. Start with a clean 2-gallon fish bowl. Wash some gravel by running water over it and spread it over the bottom of the bowl. Pour a few inches of cold water into the bowl and place some water plants firmly in the gravel and add a castle or some other decoration. Gently pour in more water up to the widest part of the bowl. The more air surface, the more oxygen will be available for the fish. Let the water sit for a day to become room temperature. Now you can go to the pet store and get your goldfish. When you get home, float the plastic bag containing the goldfish in the bowl to let the fish get used to the water temperature. Wait 15 minutes. Open the bag and let your goldfish swim out. Your goldfish, like any pet, depends on you to take care of it. It's a good idea to study a fish care guide. That way you'll know just what to do to keep your goldfish healthy and happy. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen with you guys. Thanks for watching.